Reducing fractions. When working with fractions, usually you reduce them to lowest terms so that they may be expressed as a final answer. Fractions can be reduced in different ways. One way is by dividing out the greatest common factor, or GCF, from both the numerator and denominator. Another way of reducing fractions is through prime factorization. Both of these methods are similar to each other. Greatest common factor, GCF. The greatest common factor of two values is the largest positive whole number by which both values can be divided. Like reducing fractions, there are also different ways at finding the GCF. Finding the greatest common factor, or GCF. To find the greatest common factor between two values, list out all the factors of each value, and then choose the largest common factor from both sets. So when looking at fractions, to find the greatest common factor, list out the factors of both the numerator and denominator, and then choose the greatest factor from both sets. As an example, let's look at what's the greatest common factor between 12 and 16. Let's list out the factors of 12. The factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Now let's list out the factors for 16. The factors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. The largest number or factor between both sets of numbers is 4. Therefore, the greatest common factor, or the GCF, of 12 and 16 is 4. Let's try reducing a fraction. Reduce the fraction 12 over 16. In the previous slide, we listed the factors of both 12 and 16 and showed that the greatest common factor was 4. Listing out the factors again of 12 and 16, we can confirm that the GCF is indeed 4. So in order to reduce the fraction 12 over 16, we will divide both the numerator and the denominator by the GCF to reduce the fraction. So 12 divided by 4 becomes 3, and 16 divided by 4 becomes 4. So therefore 12 over 16 reduces to 3 over 4.